So it is one of the best times of year. It is curriculum season. Now, I have to admit, our life has been absolutely insane the past couple weeks, and these have been sitting in my basement now for a couple weeks, just waiting to be unboxed. But I wanted to unbox it with you just to show you what we're getting for from the Good and the Beautiful for the upcoming school year. I'm going to be having 3 students for the upcoming year. My son, he is going into 6th grade. I have a 3rd grader and a 1st grader. And so with the Good and the Beautiful, I love to use their language arts and their math for just kind of the core curriculum. And I love their Good and the Beautiful library books as well. So that is what you're going to find in these boxes. And I'm really excited to kind of dive in and see what there's going to be. Now, my husband always laughs because whenever I use this, I have to do the little swing with opening the boxes. Do you smell that? That's the smell of new books. Okay, let's see what we got. So one thing about the Good and the Beautiful is I've never had them package anything poorly. As you can see, they use some bubble wrap. So everything always comes very nicely done. It looks like in box number 1, we have language arts for my 1st grader. So we've been using their language arts from the very beginning. When my son was in kindergarten, this is what we started with. And I have to admit, when they first came out with their language arts curriculum, it was a little overwhelming. The lessons were far too long, but they have since revamped, and the lessons now for kindergarten, 1st, 2nd grade are perfect in length. And they also come with little course books or like workbooks that come with it. And I really like those as well. Oh, I forgot about this. Okay, so I'm gonna have a 4-year-old as well. So I did get the preschool curriculum to do with her if she wants to. I don't always do a preschool, but when they're showing interest and they are asking to do stuff, I like to have something on hand with little activities. So this is the activity folder that goes along with the preschool curriculum that they have. So in here, they have all of the cutouts for the activities that you do. I think there's like a feed the elephant, or like you feed them little peanuts for the letters and their sounds. A lot of hands-on activities like that. You hide the mouse underneath vowel sounds, and you have to find the mouse hiding in your house. It's just cute. It's stuff that gets the kids really entertained. Lots of bubble wrap today. All right. This is level 3 language arts for my 3rd grader. It looks like they changed the binding on this. I have yet to see one that was not spiral bound. I know that there has been some criticism of the spiral bound because sometimes the covers do come off on those. So it's exciting to see a little bit of a change as far as the binding on the curriculum goes. But this looks very similar. If you've ever seen the inside of the Good and the Beautiful language arts, it really is beautiful. And I think that's what I've always appreciated about it. A lot of times they'll incorporate geography into language arts as well, and they do a really good job of it. Oh, actually, here's geography right there as well. So I'm excited to do that one with my 3rd grader. She will actually be finishing up the 2nd grade book next year before diving into 3rd grade. The one thing that I've kind of learned over the years is just to allow our kids to take some things at their own pace and not just like completely push them. She was a little bit of a slower reader to start with. And so we took it at her pace so that she felt not like she was behind, but rather that she was learning things well before moving on. And it's really helped her. Here is Math 3 for my 3rd grader. Once again, the inside of these books are just really pretty. I love the graphics that they choose to use. And so far, all of the lessons for their math have been wonderful. Now, I will give a little bit more of an in-depth review of what we learned last year, hopefully, if I can get around to recording videos. Like I said, life has been kind of crazy. But I do want to talk a little bit about the 5th grade math specifically in a different video. And here's math 1. Once again, this one's actually back to the spiral binding. So I don't know, it looks like the 3rd grade has been updated, their language arts and their math to a different binding. But this is just a little peek into their 1st grade math. So with their math, I do find that they do a good job of moving on while still reviewing the concepts that the kids have learned, and it's been really good for my students to continue to advance, but also to take the time to review some of the concepts so that things stay fresh in their head. So it's a little bit more of like a spiraling. You're constantly coming back to the basics. All right, new box. Let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I guess we'll go with this one. All right, let's see what we've got in here. Once again, swing. So like I said, this is the first that I'm getting to see this as well. The updated boxes. So each math box comes, or I'm sorry, each math curriculum comes with a math box that has all of your manipulatives that you're going to use for the year in there. So like last year for kindergarten, my kindergartner, she had counting sticks that were wooden counting sticks. And then she also had like little wooden cars that she drove. My 2nd grader, hers had a clock on the front of it. It looks like these ones maybe have been revamped. They're not the wooden ones anymore. But these have always been really great to have on hand because you just pull them out when the lesson calls for it. Love them. So here is reading booster cards. So these will go along with the 1st grade curriculum. And so these are just little readers. If you have never seen their little readers, they're fantastic. They're super cute, and they're reviewing concepts that they've already learned in the lessons. And they have reading booster packs that go along with this. Little things getting a workout. All right, so we have a level 6 reader here. This is going to go along with the level 6 language arts. They always have a reader. These booster cards here are the readers for the 1st grade curriculum, but then you have for your level 6, this will be my 6th grade readers, or my 6th graders reader for the year. And then, oh, these are so fun. Okay, so I mentioned that I really like the library of The Good and the Beautiful because their books are just, they're wholesome and they're well written. Some of them are reprints of classic books that we've gotten, and they have been really nicely done. What I love about these is they have the reading level on here. Now, my son is a very advanced reader, and so I did pick him up like some grade 11 readers as well, just because I wanted him to have some stuff that maybe challenged him a little bit, but also something that he enjoyed reading. So what I've got here is On the Wings of Wonder, the story of John James Audubon, and this is a kid's story, so it's going to have pictures inside of it. I love biographies, so that is wonderful. The Kingdom of Kind is a reader for 3rd grade. Harriet, the Moses of Her People. The Journey of 5, which is another 3rd grade reader. Another biography, this one is on the story of John Greenleaf Whittier. Men of Honor, or Iron, not Honor, Iron. And then Heather and the Highland Pony, which is another 3rd grade reader. I think these ones are actually a series, if I'm not mistaken. These 3 right here are for the 3rd graders. Let's see what else is in here. Okay, so some more readers. These ones are fun because it's going to be, this one is the second grade reading level. So like I said, one of my readers was a little bit of a later reader. And so these are going to be ones that I'm going to give her to read because they're going to be on her grade level right now as far as her reading level. So we have Glenn and his goat, Find Grandpa's Gold, Hugo the hero, and Peter the persnickety. So those will be ones that I give her to read. Oh, and then we also have Gwenny and the Great Green Forest. Okay, so these are the reading booster packs that I was talking about. So this is what actually goes with the reading cards, these reading books. I love that they made the switch. They used to not have this. These are fantastic now. So what it is you work on these every day as you're working on the curriculum themselves. So basically what you're learning is your sight words, you're doing word pyramids, and you're reading some of the books. This will tell you to read book 1. And then it works on different phonograms. So here's AR, ALK, and OLD. And it just kind of keeps working through. And you don't move on. You work on maybe 2 to 3 cards at a time. And when you feel like your child has mastered it enough to move on, there's stickers in the back that they get to put at the bottom of the page. My kids love the stickers. It's fantastic. They think it's the funnest thing to be able to put those on there. Here is Princess Penny Saves the Day. This one is Atlas and His Amazing Adventure. And this one is Timothy of the 10th Floor and a biography on Abraham Lincoln. So this will be for my 6th grader for him to read. So over the summer, I like to challenge my son to read biographies. For each biography that he reads over the summer, I actually will pay him for that, which maybe you agree with or don't agree with, but it just kind of gives them kind of like a motivation to read maybe something that's a little bit harder. They do so much reading during the school year, and my kids all love to read. Like they will sit and read books all day long, but sometimes it's harder to get them just to pick up something like this on their own. So over the summer, rather than just reading all the fun reads, which I think this stuff is kind of fun, I'm also rewarding them for picking up this kind of stuff. So on to box 3. All right, another big reveal. Okay, these are new to me, and I'm really excited about this. Forgive me while I make room for all the awesomeness here. They have Science for Little Hearts and Hands, and I thought that these would be so fun to go through together with my 1st grader and my my preschooler. And if my 3rd grader wants to tag along this upcoming year, she's welcome to do that as well. So I have never seen the inside of this one at all. It's the Big Book of Science Stories. I believe there are 3 different series on this, and this one is Field and Flowers. Try to give you a little flip through on it. So it's a story that goes along. Oh, monarchs, it's my favorite. Of course I would flip to that. Okay, so I will be busting this out because I just found 4 monarch eggs this week, and I'm really excited to start raising those. Each year we try to do, we do about 50 raising and releasing, so super fun. So it's just like a story. Oh, Adam's ants. So there's a bunch of stories within this that the kids read to learn about different insects and plants and wildlife. And it does come with a parent guide as well. So it kind of gives you things or it actually says discussion and optional activities. And this is for the snails and slugs part. So it gives you, or let's see, it says, let's pretend that this spoon is a snail or slug and guide the child's hand as he and she makes a glue trail on the paper. So it gives you like a little activity. And it also gives you a movie to watch. So The Good and the Beautiful has a lot of really awesome videos that go along with some of their lessons. Language Arts will have some videos as well that My girls just love sitting down. Some of them is just for an oral narration. Some of it is to discuss like a picture. Some of it is for like to teach them about like sneaky E or softy E for like C and G's. They're really cute, and it's a way for the kids to remember it. This is level 6 answer key. I'm assuming this is for, yep, language arts. So they did send an answer key for the language arts for language arts 6. There's not answer keys that I know of in print for the younger levels. I've never been sent an answer key before, to be totally honest, for language arts. So that means we're getting into some big stuff, it sounds like. So this is Math 6. We are going to be going with this again for this upcoming year. Like I said, I want to do a video on the Math 5. I need to do a flip through and compare last year's math to this year's, because it got into quite heavy stuff with no calculator. And to be totally honest, once my kids get to where they really understand the concept, I feel like they should be using calculators for at least some of this stuff. Otherwise, it just gets really long. So I'll be curious to see if this incorporates calculators for this upcoming year. And if not, that's fine. Oh, here's some preschool practice sheets. These go along with the preschool curriculum. These are just like extra things that you can do with the kids. Like here, it's just like a little bonus. It says, have a child draw a line from the dog to each letter D. So basically they're looking to see if they can identify the uppercase and lowercase D's and draw a line to it. And then it starts with sounds as well. So this is a bell, so you want your child to be able to identify the b, b, b with the bell. So, and those do coordinate with lessons that are in the book. All right, where am I at? Once again, swing. Okay, I went all in on these little hands or hearts and hands science. So fun. This is the parent guide for Little Sparks and Stars. Where is the actual book for it? Oh, must still be in there. Okay, this is another one of the Science for Little Hearts and Hands. This is the big book of science stories, wind and waves. So once again, it's going to be like the other one. It's going to tell stories to teach about different weather things that your child should be learning. So I don't know if it says at the beginning of this what ages it's for. I can't remember. I'm gonna have to look that up, but I feel like this would be great for like 3rd grade and under. They're super cute stories. Math 6 answer key. Definitely need an answer key for math. Sometimes I'm having to check. I went through calculus in high school, but in college, there's a lot of stuff that I have to go back and review because sometimes it's like, whew, forgot how to do that. This is the parent guide for wind and waves. So that would be the parent guide for this one right here. And then here's the Math 6 book. Actually, did I just do that one? I thought I already did that one. Totally did. Oh, there's 2 books. That's a lot. Okay, so there's a book 1 and a book 2. I thought it felt a little thin, so they broke it up this year into 2 books. Fun. Okay, so book 1, book 2 for the math. And we're down to the last reveal. Okay, so this is the book, The Touch of Magic and the Story of My Life. So this is going to be about Helen Keller and about Annie Sullivan. So I'm really excited about this. I will probably personally be reading this one for just my own furtherment. Spelling practice book. This is fun. This is for the language arts level 3. Didn't know this one was coming. This is really fun. Yeah, so when you purchase the language arts, you can purchase the bundle. So this was part of the bundle, and I must have missed that this is something new. I've never seen this before. So it's kind of fun that they have the spelling all in a separate book now. Here is the language arts for level 6. This is the course book. Just a little peek inside. And like I said, I want to sit down and actually give an honest review of everything that we did this past year for the language arts and the math. I think it would be super beneficial. Okay, this is the preschool course book. It's super cute. Now, I do not, well, maybe I should say, when we first started schooling this, the kind of the workbooky type stuff, for me, I probably would not have gravitated towards this originally, but I think when you pair this with reading with your children, really good literature, this is fantastic. They have a lot of playful games and repetitiveness just for teaching your children their letters and the sounds. So, like I said, I'll have a 4-year-old. I probably won't start it at the beginning of the year. Maybe when we get after Christmas or something, I'll probably start a few things with her just because I don't want to push her into anything too soon. But I do think that she'll probably be ready for doing that. And last but not least, these are geography and grammar cards for levels 5 to 6. That's wrapped up right now, but it's for grammar and geography. And then you have the big book of science stories, Sparks and Stars. So I'm assuming that this is like your galaxy and sky and planets and all that fun stuff. So as you can see, the pictures are super cute inside these. I really do like them a lot. That's a wrap for the unboxing. I'm excited to actually sit down and go through all of this. It's like, never thought I'd have 3 kids in school, so this just feels so much, but it is really exciting, and I am excited to sit down and go through this. I hope that it was beneficial to you to see me kind of unbox all of this and just see all the goodies that I'm excited to use for the upcoming year. Let me know if you have any questions, and be sure to hit like and subscribe if this video was beneficial to you, and be sure to leave a comment, ask questions. I love answering any questions that you may have.